The Wisner Family Center for Career Development centralities the West Aurora School District's alternative education programs focused on vocational and career development into a new state-of-the-art facility. The center provides advanced educational and work-based learning and training for juniors and seniors from West Aurora High School. The completion of the Center for Career Development is the culmination of a district-wide capital improvement campaign stemming from a successful $84 million referendum. The space is designed to be flexible, allowing the district to pivot programs as the marketplace changes and grows. The State-of-the-Art Innovation Center, IN2, is designed to ignite collaboration and entrepreneurial activity among students, educators, businesses, and the community to solve real-world problems, design prototypes, and launch new ideas to advance the human condition. IN2 focuses on STEM science, technology, engineering, and mathematics and innovation entrepreneurship education, teaching and learning, maker movement, and diversity. The space resembles a contemporary office space more than a traditional academic classroom. Students have control over where and how they work. IN2's makerspace is not only about soldering, 3D printing, or painting, but also about online content creation, gaming, and coding. The center also features office space for an entrepreneur in residence, as well as a media wall, idea bar, and cafe. IN2 will give students the tools to present, share, discuss, and build their ideas while encouraging students to not only ask important questions but to potentially create answers. It is a new classroom prototype and an on-ramp to the future world market.
The Greater Lafayette Career Academy is a career and technical education center that serves 4 high schools in Tippecanoe County, Indiana. In 2016, Lafayette School Corporation had the opportunity to purchase the existing Lafayette Life Insurance Company building for $1 million. The Lafayette Life Insurance Company had abandoned the building back in 2000 and it had sat vacant ever since. We engaged in an extensive programming exercise to identify what curriculum would be offered at the Career Academy. To do this, we sought the advice from local government, community leaders in the industries and manufacturing sectors, as well as other educational institutions such as community colleges and higher education, including Ivy Tech and Purdue University. As the design progressed, it became apparent that the project would need to be broken into multiple phases due to funding constraints and the availability of funds to complete the vision of the Career Academy. The Complete Career Academy includes programs such as culinary arts, welding, advanced manufacturing, building trades, automotive, aviation, health sciences, education professions, among others.
We want to make sure that the client is heard and understands what their goals are. So we ask them questions, we make sure that what they're looking for is what we can aligns with what we feel is best for how the project should go.
Obviously, the 3 things that really have an impact on a project are time, right, and scope and quality. Those are the 3 variables that really impact a project. Time is obviously dealing with schedule, right? You have a general idea of when you want to do some implementation of a project. And what we do is we really help to take a project from its infancy, from a program through the design phase, programming to design phase, to the bidding phase, to the actual construction phase and procurement phase, and then ultimately the commissioning and completion of the project.
We know going into the project usually what is expected. We typically have a budget that we like to stick with. Again, we want to review the scope of the project to make sure that if additional requests are made, so scope creep, we want to make sure that we can manage that, either whether that's getting additional pricing or kind of realigning expectations to what the project should be to make sure that we stick with the budget that we're given and the time frame that we have.
Certain things from a drafting standpoint, back in the old days we used a hand draft, that evolved into CAD or computer-aided design, which is now evolved into Revit, which is 3-dimensional building information modeling. So Revit is one of the tools that we use. All of our projects are designed in 3 dimensions. So that's one tool that we use extensively. Another tool is the use of drone photography. The drones are great tools for early capturing of site conditions. They're also great tools to be able to fly around, understand how a building might sit in a context of a campus, for instance. Another tool we use is a three-dimensional scanner. It's called the Faro scanner. They're a wonderful tool to really be able to understand existing conditions. So we use the scanner, especially in renovation projects, to go in, set up our laser, shoot points around the building, stitch them together, so ultimately we have accuracy down to a millimeter of where things lie in the building. Another tool we use is a thermal imaging camera. In addition to looking at for roofs, we use it to look at infiltration, for air infiltration. So it's a great tool to basically help us making sure on a quality control basis the building's being built to the standards that we expect.
Several years ago, we decided to replace our existing school facilities. They had been constructed in the 1950s and 1960s, and they worked very well, but they were old and tired and frankly just were out of date. So we looked around for an architectural firm to help us through this process, and we were delighted at the choice of Corodgan Clark. Corodgan Clark worked with us through the entire process, interfacing with us, with the construction companies, through the interviews that had taken place, and also stayed with us during the entire construction process. It was especially challenging because we were constructing this school during the coronavirus pandemic, which brought a lot of challenges that we weren't anticipating. But again, Corodgan Clark helped us through this entire process and made the process as smooth as it could possibly be. The new school itself is just wonderful. As you'll see in pictures, it's very colorful. It is constructed exactly the way we wanted it to be constructed. Corodgan Clark was very attentive to all the design ideas that we had and brought many ideas to the table that we never would have thought of ourselves. Their experience in constructing schools really stood out to us and helped us in the selection process.
Yeah, the projects we've partnered up with Corodgan Clark with, we're standing in one of the science rooms. Many other classrooms, such as the art room, our common space down in room 114 that we use also as a board room, and also for student learning areas. And I'd have to say, even with the HVAC systems that we've upgraded in our welding shops, I mean, it was a true great partnership, and we just continue that on, even with the Mamie Till Memorial Walkway, and now with even our new project, the Passgate Annex. The partnership has been tremendously awesome with Corodgan Clark, truly a family environment. Whether we need to call someone or have a conversation about future programming, truly a great partnership. And all the projects here are an example of that, because it tailor suits what we need here at our community high school to be a comprehensive community high school district. I'd have to say it's the personal touches that we bring with Corodgan Clark to the table and we make it reality, such as the lovely science tables we have, or the state-of-the-art exhaust hoods that we have downstairs in the welding shop. What an impact, beautification and community. That's the biggest thing. And even when we had the Secretary of the Interior here viewing the site of the Mamie Till walkway, he said, what a sense of community, even with your architects, even with our community partnerships. And that's holding true with everything we do here at our community high school, is that we are a community, a true community.